Well, turn 4 proved to be a very advantageous one for the French. Starting here on their right flank, this melee moved into the second turn, and the French won by 5. So that means that this regiment has to pull back, a retreat in the next compulsory turn, and the French will pursue. So they lost a stand. Over here, 2 battalions charged the 7th Regiment of Foot. They took a significant number of casualties, 3 on the regiment on the right and 2 on the regiment on the left here. The one on the right faltered, but the one on the left charged through the hail of musketry and closed, and won narrowly, just by one pip of the die. But the result is enough to push them back. They inflicted significant casualties, so a stand was lost. Over here in the churchyard, basically both sides took their breath. The rifles have reformed against the wall to kind of try to consolidate their position, and the 2 Confederation of the Rhine battalions reformed, set out their skirmishers to kind of do some protection. Last turn, the Westphalians and Vistula Legion Brigade had to take a morale test, and they failed, and so they broke. And so they tried to get some new orders for this turn, but they didn't. So all they can do is kind of sit back there and reform and do their best to try to get back into the action. But for right now, the Spanish have a reprieve, and so the weakest spot is protected by inactivity. And then finally, there was a cavalry charge initiated by the King's German Legion Dragoons. So they charged uphill. The Berg Lancers were able to countercharge. And again, very close combat, but the Berg Lancers won by 1. So now these guys are going to be pushed back through their supporting hussars. And in the pursuit test, the Lancers are going to have to pursue. So all 3 melees went to the French. Rather surprisingly, when you think of the odds of that happening. So turn 5, we'll see if the British can kind of regain their balance or not. But right now, the French are in the catbird seat, it appears. So we'll catch you next time.